Witajcie w 13 odcinku Dragon Age Inquisicji. A, dobra. Pogadamy.
The red Lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of
Ty, a ty co
discovered
robisz,
Lyrium
ziomuś?
during an expedition in the deep roads. We located an ancient thaig, so
A,
old it
mówią o
barely
dwójce, mówią o
There was
dwójce.
this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and well, everything's gone
No.
downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of Lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of
Ooh.
weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
Wyszło z dziury, pewnie wypełzło jak zwykle.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen.
Trochę
Red
ciągną
lyrium
motyw
messes
właśnie
with
z
your
drugiej
mind when you're just
części.
near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid.
Takie
and then
opium.
It does creepy shit. Makes things float. Brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to Lyrium.
Końcówka dwójki?
Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
O Jezus.
How did the red Lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in
Nie,
the deep
wypadło z
roads?
dziury, ja ci mówię.
That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one
No,
like it.
Bianka.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. I won her from Paragon Smith Bronca in a game of Wicked Grace.
Wicked
She was
Grace.
such a sore loser. Ran off to the deep roads in a huff, and that was the last anyone saw of her.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Chyba poprzedniej części też nie mówił na ten temat nic.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have
O
to
resztę
leave it
mogę
at that.
mówić cały dzień, Boże. Nieważne, o wszystkim.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell
Aha.
stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network and
A w
occasionally
wolnym czasie.
I write books.
Wszystko powiązane z sobą. A te jego książki to jest masakra.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at
Kryminalne
genres.
zagadki
My
górnego.
crime serials are my most popular. Hard
Świetne
in
to jest.
Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
Nieprawda.
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliany our spy master?
To be
Chyba
honest
zimną
with you,
suką.
she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere.
Bardzo przydatne
Most
na
of that's
pewno.
my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact,
No
but
chyba
loads of
zginął,
business sense.
jeśli dobrze pamiętam poprzedniej części.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a
Kłamiec,
friend
byłam
of mine.
kobietą.
The Seeker had questions about that. And I had
Dalej
answers.
uważam, że dwójka jest nawet lepsza od
Are
tego.
you from Ferelden?
Świetnie mi się
Olay?
grało w drugą
Three
część, naprawdę.
marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Matka.
Were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death. which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Oda.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the conclave?
Oda.
The Rebel
Oda.
Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste?
Andraste.
I think not.
Not. Cha cha cha.
If the proper authority hadn't completely
Poszedł po.
failed, the conclave wouldn't have been needed.
Hopsz,
So
hopsz,
you
hopsz.
suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Bla 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 bla. Nie lubię cię już, ziomuś.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. No point
Bezzębny.
turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Biją się na
Possible to say.
liście.
Your
Dzień,
organization
dzień.
flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between
Idźcie
mages
się
and
bicie w
Templars
kisielu, w
will
kisielu, w kisielu, w
with
kisielu, w
interest.
kisielu.
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right. I will keep the peace while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
Marudzie. Jesus. O, siema Leliana. What are you doing?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done.
Chyba się obraziła
Is
na
death your only
Boga,
blessing?
czy tam bogów, czy tam
You speak for
na
Andraste,
jaką,
no?
na Andraste.
What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Jeszcze mi bezczelnie za
I
plecami
speak for
ziewają,
no
no.
one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
People are killed all the time.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Bla, 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 bla.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work then. We will speak later.
Okej. A tamten co? Podsłuchiwał bezczelny. A ten co? Ten sopel wygląda niezwykle majestatycznie. Nie mogę się ruszyć. What the hell? A on co? O drogę pyta? To nie, bo wygląda tak majestatycznie. O, dobra.
Hello.
Goodbye.
What can I do for you?
Utopić.
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions about
Chyba mnie nie lubi.
You are Dalish, are you not?
Chyba mnie nie lubi. Wzajemnie.
Yes, I am. The Dalish are the best hope for preserving the culture of our people.
our people. You use that phrase so
A
casually.
nie?
It should mean more.
Nie jesteś elfem? Jesteś krasnoludem w ukryciu?
Among other things.
Oh, but you know the truth.
Jesteś wyrośniętym krasnoludem na steroidach?
Mangling details, I walk the fade. I have seen things they have not.
Chwalisz się czy żalisz?
Fine, you think we're terrible. What about the alienages full of elves who aren't Dalish?
Why? What would it benefit some poor man in a Ferelden alienage to learn that his ancestors strode the land like gods? It would only make him bitter, or inspire him to take a foolish risk and get himself killed.
You've decided his reaction for him.
Perhaps I have. If you have questions and believe the answers will help, ask.
Odpowiadaj, chodząca encyklopedią. Odpowiadaj.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Shiral. But Hallam Shiral was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
Zawsze wszędzie te elfy jakieś takie
Studied ancient
pogubione.
elves. What else
A
do you know
krasnoludy
about
nic,
them?
ja nie rozumiem o
We
co
hear
tu chodzi.
stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish aerovels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
Are all Dalish elves like my clan?
No. Your clan was unique in having enough interest in human affairs to send you to spy upon the Divine's meeting. As your clans have been separate for so long, they have all changed, adapting to the lands in which they live. Some are no more than bandits, others trade freely with humans, and some have disappeared entirely to the forests.
I zmienili się w dryady. The end.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past, and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
Is the magic they teach in the Circle different from the magic I learned with my people?
No and yes. Magic is
No
magic.
and yes, tak i nie.
Water is
Świetnie te
water,
napisy są
but it
naprawdę.
can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven.
A później magia
Subtle
zeszła na
beauty of their
psy.
magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Tevinter disapproves of it. But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
Indeed. The problem is that under the Chantry, blood magic is forbidden, so only criminals practice it. While in Tevinter, magisters compete with each other instead of keeping their volatile friends in check. They always succeed through power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
We'll talk later.
Okej. Będziemy kończyć ten oto 13 szczęśliwy odcinek Dragon Age Inkwizycji. Z tej strony Blender i do zobaczenia w kolejnym odcinku za tydzień. Bye!